Well, g'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, looks like I've had a feather pillow start to explode in the yard. This is because of molting. So I'm going to give you a few of the tips and tricks behind the molting of chickens. So we're at the time of the year where the chicken's starting to get a bit patchy. As you can see, young Frilly there, she's lost a lot of feathers out of her breast. You can see her comb isn't as brightly coloured as it normally is. And if she'll turn around, good girl, you can see her rear end. You know, she's starting to look really scarce on feathers. So she's going into molt, which is basically her new feathers are coming in. Now this happens when they're at the end of their reproductive cycle for the year. So they will stop laying. You know, the body needs that time of rest. They give you eggs every single day during the time that they're breeding. So, you know, the time off is a good thing for them. You can see no frills over there, hasn't gone into her molt yet. You know, her comb is still a lot more brightly coloured. She's not losing any feathers yet. But she started to taper off on her egg laying, and that's the other big clue. When your eggs start to decline, young Betty there is just starting to come into her egg laying, so she's probably not going to molt this year. And as you can see, her comb's nice and brightly coloured. As you can see, Tails, my rooster, he is looking absolutely fine. He doesn't look like he's going to molt this year. He's just a young fella, so yeah, not expecting him to come into molt. You can see on her chest there what looks like a bunch of porcupine spines. That is the new feathers coming through. They are pin feather stage, and it's also happening around her neck. Now, feeding for your molting bird, of course you want to have a good layer pellet, and that generally comes with a good level of protein in it, but it's generally not enough during their molting period. My girls also get a scratch. Again, it's got a decent protein level because of things like that, where it's got legume seeds. So what we can do to reinforce this stuff is sardines. You can use the ones in vegetable oil. Ideally spring water would be better. You don't want to give them too much of oils, but a little bit of oil is going to help them. Tuna, again, you want to use a basic one that's in a little bit of oil. At the moment, this is the only one I have on hand. So oil or spring water is definitely the go there. Generally spring water, because you don't want to give them too much oil. Here's a great protein source, some cooked eggs. You know, the girls have been kind enough to give them to you throughout the season, so give some back during the time that they need that protein. You can also use things like mealworms and that sort of thing. I don't have mealworms, so I just use stuff that's generally in the cupboard and just help to boost their protein levels a little. Alright, as you can see, we are all eager for the egg. And this causes a bit of a battle royale because everyone wants to get hold of that egg. So at the end of the day, don't stress about the molting birds. It's a natural process that they go through. They tend to be a little bit moody when they're going through it. Tend to hunch down a little bit, look a little sickly. You know, their body's going into production, pushing those new feathers out, and it's a big rush and it's a big protein to man. So You know, nothing to stress about. But yeah, just take care of the girls and they will take care of you once they get through it. All right, thank you very much for everyone for watching, and bye for now.